So I saw this headline that got my attention, and I just had to talk about it. It says, "This is the end. Tinubu under heavy pressure as international bodies watch Kanu's Nov 20 hearing." Now, if you hear that, this is the end, what will you think? It sounds like something big is about to happen, right? So let's unpack this gist together. First of all, who is this about? It's about two key figures, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. The headline is saying that President Tinubu is under what they call heavy pressure. From who? The report says international bodies are watching closely what will happen in Nnamdi Kanu's court hearing that is coming up on November 20th. Now, for those who might not know the full story, let me give you a small background. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been in the custody of the Department of State Services, the DSS, for a long time. His case is about treason and terrorism, according to the Nigerian government. His legal team has been fighting for his release, going from one court to another. At a point, even the Court of Appeal said his arrest was illegal and he should be released. But as we speak, he is still being held. So, why is the November 20th hearing so important? This is not just a normal court date. From my research, this hearing is very critical because it might be a major turning point. The court will be looking at different applications, including one that is asking for his release based on that previous appeal court judgment. Now, the headline says international bodies are watching. Which international bodies are we talking about? We are talking about groups like the United Nations, Amnesty International, and even some foreign governments. These groups have shown interest in this case before. They have talked about human rights, about a fair trial, and about the way he has been treated. So their eyes are on Nigeria. They are waiting to see what the Nigerian government and the judiciary will do. This is why President Tinubu is said to be under pressure. Why is Tinubu under pressure? You see, the president is the head of the government. The international community is looking at him. Whatever decision the court makes or how the government handles this case will affect how other countries see Nigeria. It can affect foreign relations, it can affect investments, and it can affect Nigeria's image abroad. So it's a very delicate matter. On one hand, there are people, especially from the southeast, who are saying Nnamdi Kanu should be released to bring peace to the region. They believe that as long as he is in detention, there will be tension. On the other hand, there are people who believe he should face the law for the things he has been accused of. So the pressure on President Tinubu is from all sides. The international community is watching to see if Nigeria will respect the rule of law and human rights. And inside Nigeria, different groups are expecting different outcomes. This is a very big matter because it is not just a legal case. It is a political case. It is an ethnic case, and it is now an international case. The way this is handled can either bring more peace or more problems for the country. You see, the international community has a history with this case. Remember, the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention, sometime last year, they actually called for Nnamdi Kanu's release. They said his detention was not following international laws. So when they say they are watching, it means they are checking if Nigeria is ignoring their own courts and also ignoring international law. This is a very serious matter for Nigeria's reputation. Now, let's talk about the Nigerian government itself. President Tinubu's administration is still relatively new. They are dealing with so many issues at the same time. The economy, insecurity in different parts of the country, and now this big legal and political matter. The decision they make or the influence they have on this case will set a tone for his presidency. Will he lean towards a political solution to calm tensions, or will he allow the judiciary to have the final say no matter the consequences? This is the big question. And my people, we cannot ignore the social media angle. The conversation online is very charged. There are hashtags trending with people from all over the country and even in the diaspora voicing their opinions. Some are saying, release him for peace to reign, while others are saying the law must take its course. This public opinion adds another layer to the pressure. The government is watching the online space and they know that whatever happens will cause a major reaction. But here is a related talk I want us to have. This issue of Nnamdi Kanu goes beyond just one man. It touches on the very sensitive issue of national unity and how we handle grievances in this country. It makes us ask questions like, how do we address feelings of marginalization? Is the legal system the best way to solve deep-rooted political problems? This case is a test for our democracy, a test for our judiciary, and a test for our unity as a nation. So as we wait for November 20th, everyone is holding their breath. The judges, the lawyers, the international community, the people in the Southeast, and all Nigerians who want peace and progress for this country. This is why this headline, "This is the end," is so powerful. It suggests that a long and difficult chapter might be coming to a close. But will it be an end that brings peace or an end that opens a new set of challenges? Only time will tell. My people, what is your final thought on this matter? Do you think the November 20th hearing will truly bring an end to this saga? Let's have a peaceful and constructive discussion in the comments. Remember, we are all one Nigeria. You see, another very important angle to this whole matter is the human cost. When we talk about Nnamdi Kanu and the tensions in the Southeast, we must remember the ordinary people, the market women, the businessmen, the students whose lives and businesses are affected whenever there is tension. The hope for many is that a resolution to this long-standing case will bring a lasting peace and stability to the region. This is not just about one man, it is about the millions of people who are caught in the middle. Now, let's think about the legal team. Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers are some of the best in the country. They have been fighting this case with everything they have. On the other side, you have the federal government's team. Also very powerful. So, this November 20th hearing is like a championship match in the courtroom. Every legal argument, every point of law will be scrutinized. The whole world is literally going to be watching the live updates from that courtroom. I also want to talk about the role of the judiciary. Our judges are under a massive spotlight. They have to make a decision based purely on the law and the evidence before them. But they are also human beings who know that their ruling will have huge consequences for the entire country. This is a moment that will test the independence and the strength of our judicial system. Can they deliver a judgment that is just, even with all this pressure from every side? It is a very difficult position to be in. So, my people, as we count down to November 20th, what should we expect? Well, we can expect a lot of legal fireworks. We can expect strong emotions from both sides. But more importantly, we should all pray for wisdom for our leaders and for the judges. We should hope for an outcome that will ultimately lead to peace and unity in our great country, Nigeria. This story is far from over, and I promise you, this channel will be here to break it down for you in a way that you can easily understand without taking sides. Now, let me hear from you. What do you think the outcome of this November 20th hearing will be? Do you think it will finally bring a close to this case? Drop your comments below and let's have a peaceful and interesting discussion. And before you go, you know what to do. If you have enjoyed this gist and you have learned something new, please show your support. Like this video, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you are the first to know when we drop the next update on this story. Your support means everything.